Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I hope so. All of you be in perfect health. Well, today uh, we shall start section C2. You know, in annual examination, section C would be, out of syllabus. I mean, not out of syllabus, I should say. There is no syllabus of section C exactly. I mean, correct form of verbs, letter writing, phrasal verbs, all of them would be unseen somehow. But even then, we can talk about them somehow. For example, the very question that we are going to discuss today, letter writing. This question you people have already done in your 10th class, formal letter writing, right? So the question would be in your first year too. The only difference between 10th letter writing and first year letter writing is in first year you would write the letter like in more appropriate way, at more advanced level. So today we shall talk about it and we'll come to know that what is the format of the letter, exact format. Okay, look at this. There comes a question of 8 marks on writing formal letter in the paper. Given 8 marks are equally divided between format and body of the letter. What is a formal letter? Any communication that is considered to be official enough to be clearly written or typed in a letter can be called a formal letter. The proper definition of formal letter. Now let's have a glimpse of structure of a formal letter. Parts of the letter. First of all, the format of the letter. This is very much essential. 4 marks have been fixed for the format of the letter. 4 marks. And 4 marks for the body. Right? But it doesn't mean that a few students think that we shall write just format of the letter in exam and we get 4. No. ऐसा नहीं होता. The students who write the body of the letter qualify getting 4 marks of format too. Right? Now, okay, particulars of format. Sender's address, the one who is writing the letter, right? Receiver's address, the one to whom the letter is written, inside address. Subject, the topic of the letter, and complementary closer. These are, not important but essential, compulsory part of a letter, of a formal letter. Now let's have a look of a formal letters format. The first part is your address, sender's address. So when you people will be writing the letter, you people will definitely be sitting in exam hall. So you would write the address of your examination hall, comma. We use a comma after examination hall because address is not yet end. We still shall write name of the city. That is ABC. You are not going to write the exact name or actual name of your city. You'll just write A, B, and C. Right? Well, last year, board issued instruction that there should be dots between these A, B, and C, and after C too. So that is why I placed dots between these A, B, C. Then comes date. Now, date is usually violated by the students. You must take care of this part too. First thing you should take care of, never put a comma after a month. Always use a comma after date, like that. And yes, we shall also write full stop here, dot, right? Now, this part consists of, you know, date and sender's address. And this part carries 1 mark. If you successfully write this part with correct punctuation marks, you will get your 1 mark. Now, no, after C, there is no reason to use comma. Some students also make mistake and put a comma here. That is absolutely wrong. Why? There is a reason. And the reason is we have done with address, isn't it? Examination hall and then city. We use a comma here because we have still to say something. Comma is used for usually pause. That means still we have to say something. And what was that? Name of the city. That is the part of the address. But here we have done with the address part. So why will we use comma here? So we shall use full stop. That's it. Now, a new thing that is in following line is date. Once again, we are done with date. We shall put a full stop. Fine. Now, after this part, you will leave a line here. Okay. This vacant space shows that you must leave a line after this first part, sender's address and date. Now you'll obviously write, addressee's title and his address maybe, right? For example, you're writing a letter to the editor, right? So first of all, you need to write his title. He or she may be editor, maybe superintendent police, maybe health officer, whoever he or she is. You will write his or her title first of all. If he is an editor, write editor. If he is superintendent police, write superintendent police. Getting my point? If he is health officer, write health officer. Usually, title is given in the statement that would be given to you people in your question paper. But even then, if title is not there, you can infer the title from the statement, right? For example, you are asked to write a formal letter to uh, police department about increasing rate of crime in your locality, but title is not mentioned to whom you are supposed to write. The instructions are that you are supposed to write to police department. Now you can infer that who can be the possible head of police department in your locality. You can write superintendent police, SP. You can write to deputy DPO, district police officer. Getting my point? So this is how you choose the title, designation of the person to whom you are supposed to write the letter. After that, you'll be writing the department, exact department to whom you're writing the letter. For example, if you're writing to a newspaper, write the name of the newspaper if it is written in the instruction, in the statement, right? Or you can assume any newspaper, no problem. The news, fine. So editor, the news. That's it. Yeah, you will never write Islamabad, never ever. Though there is a few key books in which Islamabad is written, but no, city should not be mentioned in letter writing, at least. In application, that things are different, but when it comes to letter writing, you're not supposed to do that. Okay, so now we are done with this editor, the news. You're going to use a comma here after the news. and then L, M, N, city. But I would encouraging the same, format. I would rather replace it with that one. Okay, city, L, M, N. Right? But do not repeat that ABC thing here. Now come up with another alphabets. Get? Now, this portion also carries 1 mark. We have done with 2 marks so far. Then leave another line here between subject and city LMM. After leaving a line, now you will write the subject. Right? Subject, to greater extent is given in the statement that will be written in your paper. For example, you are asked to write a letter to, okay, cheating in exam that I'm supposed to discuss with you. That write a letter to the editor of a newspaper about increasing, cheating in exam during the exam. So here you will be writing the subject. A few things that are important when it comes to writing a subject must be discussed here. And what are those? Let me tell you. First of all, try to write your subject in capital letter. There are multiple methods to write subject. The first one is every letter, every alphabet of the subject should be capitalized. Whatever point. First method. Second, if you don't want to keep all alphabets of your subject capital, then at least you are supposed to write every first alphabet of each word capital, but not of structural words like preposition and articles. You should take care of this thing that articles and prepositions should be written in small letter. Rest of the words should be started with alphabet. Right? These things are essential when it comes to writing subject because this part carries 1 mark. That is very important. That contribute a lot in getting maximum marks in this question. If you are able to write the subject successfully, you will qualify 1 mark. Right? So this is how you write subject. Then after subject, you can leave another line too here. No problem. Then respected sir, vulnerable sir, whatever you want to write. Respected sir, for example. Now, here we have done with the maximum portion of the format. Now we shall discuss the rest of the body, that how rest of the body should be written. That is also very important. Fine. Okay, if you want to discuss that how a subject should be written, I can give you an example about the cheating in examination. Right? Now this is a subject and it should be underlined too. If you want to double underline it, it would be better. But at least you should underline it. Now notice one thing, that I didn't capitalize the first alphabet of in, neither of in nor of the, but I capitalized the first alphabet and then this one cheating and this in examination hall. Right? This is one way. There can be another way too, this one. You can go this way too, about the cheating in exam. Each and every alphabet is capital. Now it depends upon you, right? Or this one. uh, or this one. Fine. Okay, now here comes the body. Now this body also carries 4 marks separately. Now there must be at least 3 paragraphs of body. Body must be divided into 3 parts. First, introduction. For example, look at this introduction. You can use it with little editing in every letter. Through the column of your reputed newspaper, I would like to draw the attention of the higher authorities towards the problem of cheating during examination. Subject. It has become a termite. I hope you know what is termite. Dimak, which is making the process of education hollow inside. This termite calls for instantaneous treatment, lest it should transcend power limit. That's it. You can somehow edit it and can use in other letters introduction to the first paragraph. Well, the first paragraph at least should be more than 4 lines. At least, I said. Now, the paragraph that is in front of you is in composed form. So that is why it seems that it is less than 4 lines. Otherwise, it would be 7, 8, 9 lines when you will be writing with your with your hands, with your handwritings. Getting my point? As a matter of fact, each paragraph at least should be more than 4 lines, right? Now, after that paragraph, we shall talk about the original subject of the letter, right? For example, what is the original subject? For example, you are asked to write about cheating. You will be writing that, okay, for example, let's say uh, cause and effect, let's say. What are the causes of cheating? You'll be writing, okay, people, students want to have, students uh, seek for the shortcuts in life, so they don't work hard throughout the year, and at the end of the year they plan to cheat in exam, etc., etc. There is a cheating mafia in Pakistan who take money, who take bribery, and provide opportunities to students to cheat. Students encourage due to this mafia that they can contact them and all that. Cause, you can write three, 4 causes. Three are maximum enough, by the way. 3 causes. Now, remember one thing: whenever you write cause of something in either letter writing or in essay, you also write, effect. You also write effects. For example, now what can be the effect of cheating? Now, the deserving students, who work hard throughout the year, remain, behind in this race. उनका हक मारा जाता है ना. So that is why you can write 2 to 3 effects. That's it. Okay, this would be the original, the second paragraph of your letter. Second paragraph. It should be lengthier than the first paragraph. Lengthier. Look at the number of lines too. You can have an idea how much it should be lengthy. At least lengthier than the first paragraph. Now, last but not the least, definitely is suggestion or conclusion. Suggestions or conclusion. Now, whatever issue you want to discuss in the letter, that issue, definitely will have some solutions too. So, if you are an author of that letter, you should have some suggestion for that problem in your mind, so that you can give your point of view and suggestion to whom you are writing the letter, that how this issue can be sorted out, right? For example, uh, let's talk about the very letter. What suggestion and what, conclusion can be of this letter? You can give the first suggestion that there should be CCTV cameras installed in exams hall. That you would not like to have, by the way, but for letter writing you will write that, okay, there should be CCTV cameras installed in each and every examination hall. The first one. Second one, there should be monitoring teams who should monitor them, right? Sudden visits should be there. Second, I'm just like exemplifying, I'm just giving you a few examples so that you can have an idea. Second suggestion, there can be third suggestion too. At least three suggestions are mandatory when it comes to writing a letter. Now those suggestions will be the conclusion of your letter too. So this is how, if you will like write a letter in a systematic way, first paragraph, you know what you are writing in first paragraph, and then second paragraph, you know how it is different from the first paragraph, and the third one, obviously paper checker would like your strategy that the student is very calculated and he wrote the letter very in a very systematic way. He will be pleased and he will give you good marks. But if you are writing your letter in one paragraph, mixing the things, no order, no coherence, obviously paper checker will be annoyed. He will be thinking that what he is doing in first year and writing this letter in one paragraph. So you will be given less marks. So what you have to do, you have to provide the best inside you, right? Well, another thing that student usually ask me, these headings are just to tell you that there should be segregation among paragraphs. Otherwise, you are not supposed to write these headings. Getting my point? These headings are just to make you understand that how you should like write different paragraphs. I hope it should be clear to you. Okay, coherence. Coherence means, for example, if you are writing a letter or essay or whatever you want to write, there should be a link between each sentence and then each paragraph, right? You can't like write without coherence, without having any logic and any connection between the lines. This is called coherence. There should be logic and connection between the lines. No? Okay, now last thing that you didn't ask me, but I would love to tell you how to do paragraphing. Well, there are different methods of paragraphing. You can opt any of them. First, for example, let's assume that your paragraph is ending here. Let's put a full stop here. Now you're supposed to start a new paragraph, right? After that, you have two choices. First choice is leave some space here like that. It is called indenting. Wait a minute. Yeah, leave some space here and write your paragraph starting here. That's it. Fine. There is another way too, that is after that leave a complete line. But if you leave a complete line, then do not indent it like that. Then you will start writing from the beginning. Getting my point? So now it all depends upon you how you set your paragraphing, right? So this is how you paragraph, write a paragraph. Now, the last, not the least, obviously, complementary closing. Now, what is complementary closing? It's important because it also carries, 1 mark. Yours truly. Possible mistakes are that students make mistakes in a few students put an apostrophe here like that. It is totally wrong. There is no such word in English language in which after your you put an apostrophe and then yours. So write yours without apostrophe like that, yours. Keep first letter of truly small, not capital like that, truly. And then after truly, you must put a comma. Another mistake that students make, put E here because the true spelling of true is TRUE. But when you write truly, you do not write E, you omit it and write like that. What a point. Secondly, if you're writing XYZ, this is called signature. Signature. Signature doesn't mean that your own signatures are required here, but signatures mean X, Y, Z when it comes to writing a letter in examination hall. Fine. Now alignment is very much important. Look at this alignment. Computer, have an automatic system of alignment, but when you are writing with your own hands, you must align your letter like that. Each and everything, look at this one. When you will draw a margin line, it would be aligned. It enhance the quality of your letter and make your presentation better than the other students. Fine. Yeah, I have written this yours truly signature at the left side because I started my letter with the left side. This is the rule that if you have started your letter with the left side, for example, if you have written your letter, examination hall and all that on left side, you will end your letter on left side too. But if you have started your letter with the right side, then you are supposed to write the complimentary closing on right side. Okay. Yeah, alignment is very important. Alignment must be same. you know if you do not care of your alignment, and you will keep the things not aligned at the end of the letter, though you will have provided quality material, presentation would not be up to the mark. So if you have ability to provide quality content, you must have the ability to present your letter in marvelous way. Practice it at your homes, right? Practice enhances the quality of your presentation. If you do not practice it, obviously your presentation would not be up to the mark, right? So I hope so I have answered uh, all the question, and now you have refreshed the format of the letter once again in your mind. There would be a dot after z. Yes, there would be a dot after z too, right? Yes, gentlemen. Faraz, ask your question in chat. Everybody is asking and you are raising your hand. Why? Ask your question, I would answer. Okay. So I think we have done this letter format. In next class, uh, we shall discuss. Okay, either in next class or maybe in any upcoming class, we shall also discuss the application writing. Right? Okay. Okay. That forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Whatever you have been doing in your 10th class. Now, welcome to first year. So you are supposed to now follow the things that I'm telling you. Right? These are according to the standard of first year. So unlearn the thing that you have done in your 10th. Pages. Okay. When it comes to pages, that how lengthy your letter should be, it at least should go on second page. A little, at least a little part of the second page must be covered. Okay. Now it doesn't mean that you will just write yours truly and XYZ on the next page. No, it should not be like that. At least your suggestions must go on the next page. Getting my point, right? If you are writing a letter just on one page, mm, I think that it is injustice with first year. It may work in 10th class, but it should not work. It would not work in the first year class. So, my dear, I'm ending this class here. Let's see you tomorrow. Allah Hafiz.